The aim basically is to address the evidence gaps that have been identified mainly by investors and investor support stakeholders. And the purpose of the research is to be able to generate evidence that can incentivize investors to increase investments in SMEs that actually source from smallholder farmers.
Good morning from rural Michigan.
And thank you for inviting me.
Small and growing businesses in the agriculture sector have the potential to be engines for economic growth, and they're worth investing in. The second is that they are risky and costly to serve, and they're not all created equal in terms of their growth and impact potential. And the third is that, similar to Matt's point, we need to drive more and better data. We need to collect more and better data to inform solutions.
Right, larger firms in general offer greater potential of impact and organization of sectors. But what should be our response in the absence of those larger firms? Maybe two thoughts. I mean, I agree that the improvements in the enabling environment are important, indeed essential. Who could not agree with that? But in the meantime, what do we do? I am convinced that there's value in investing to establish and build productive enterprises in the sector.
What we found in our research was that there were sort of two pathways for inclusive growth that were emerging from the different case studies. One pathway, which you can see on the left, is the one we call disrupt and grow.
We believe this could be a real example of the disrupt and grow pathway that Lara talked about. The company is aiming to reach 17 million farmers over the next 5 years, and they're looking to expand into financial services to both deepen their impact with each smallholder and also increase output sales.
I'm going to anticipate a challenge from the audience here, which is to ask, how do we make sure that these enterprise level interventions have a systemic impact? So one approach that we're taking is to intentionally transfer the knowledge and the business model innovations from one place to another. Now, of course, we've got to be careful within a country and a sector to respect competition boundaries between companies that we work with. But by working across multiple geographies, we've got an opportunity to transfer innovations across countries and even continents.
So, is there a shortage of agribusinesses available for investment, or is the most, are the most common mechanisms inappropriate for agribusiness investors that investors are targeting? The conclusions of our report is that both were true, but the first issue is really the more important one.
Through measures like access to technology for product and process innovations, access to financing, and access to markets, to create the space for enterprise growth and maturation, so that slowly the better of them start maturating, growing, expanding, and creating the business mass that is needed for investment and equity investors to come in. We are not there yet, and that's where we need to focus on.